going on, Jerome's? So the Minnesota Vikings somehow, some way found a way to get it done. And I don't know, like, on one hand, I fully understand. Like, you would love for your team to come out and just layeth the smackdown on some jabronis. And it looked like the Vikings, well, both in the Titans game, if Naylor didn't drop that one, and in the Bears game, Vikings could have easily broken away and put the bang thing on the road. But, it wasn't meant to be. So the Vikings, there were some mistakes. Mistakes were certainly made, but the Vikings made some big-time plays on defense as well as on offense and special teams, all three phases in overtime, and they got things done on the road against the Bears, which is really tough to do in division. The Vikings certainly did that, but it seems like it doesn't matter. Win, lose, or draw the season, this is Vikings fans after every single game. Also, didn't it feel like that game was going to end up in a tie? All right. And also, Slinging Sam Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback, had his finest hour, plus John Parker Romo, the Undertaker, finally put the Bears into deep hibernation at the end. So we got winners, we got losers from the game. Winner number one, man of the match, Slinging Sam Darnold, right? And Darnold, frankly, is playing the best ball of his career. The last two games, I think, have been his best in a Vikings uniform, as well as his best in his NFL career. And if he keeps playing this way the rest of the season, I don't think it's a fait accompli that he's just gone. But we'll see. But Darnold today, 64.7% completion percentage, 330 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Goose egg DeAndre Russell, 116.1 quarterback rating, and also huge conversions late, especially when the Vikings were backed up in overtime. You're thinking, okay, well, they're behind the sticks now. They're probably just going to have to punt. Nope, not so much. Absolutely not so much. And Darnold, like he sacked up, plus fought through that foot injury where he got hit and rolled up on late. And he's a tough kid, and his mobility buying extra time. We've seen that over the last 2 games, and he put up numbers, man. And the Vikings definitely went out and got done. Big part to Sam Darnold, also big part to Jordan Addison, and the whole free 3 movement. Addison's been putting up tons of numbers. Had a career high 8 catches, a career high 161 yards receiving, and a touchdown on 9 targets, and was huge. Like his third down conversion was monstrous for the Vikings, getting that momentum back in overtime. Stella got her groove back, and Addison is the greatest beneficiary of Justin Jefferson, because Jefferson, he absorbs just all the attention, and he gets singled up, and safety help is not shaded his direction. So Addison does great. John Parker Romo. So none of his kicks were huge. 40 yards was his longest, but 3 for 3 on point afters, which you missed one before. 3 for 3 on field goals, including the game winner. Had ice water in his veins. Kid's got alligator blood. Got it done. TJ Hockenson, welcome back, Hawk. Where Hawk had himself a decent game against the Jaguars, but even in this one, like, it started out a little bit slow. But once the Vikings needed some big-time conversions, Hockenson was there. 7 for $115 on 9, including 2 just killers in overtime, and the one that really set them up for a field goal down at the 10. I mean, that was a fantastic job by Hawk. 8-7 is back. And also, I mean, hey, if defenses want to keep scheming for Justin Jefferson so that Addison and Hockenson go for like 15 catches for 276 yards and a touchdown, go ahead, please. We will take. If you're so hell bent on trying to shut down Justin Jefferson that Addison and Hockenson go off for career days or near career days, we will take that. Harrison Smith, 11 tackles, flying around making plays. He almost had that sack that would have sealed things, but it's just frustrating. Yeah, on the 2-point conversion. Yeah. Andrew Van Ginkel, also flying around making plays, had the tip ball early, should have been a pick, had a sack, but 7 tackles, 2 quarterback hits. Like he was definitely a factor on defense. Aaron Jones, so he's lower because of the fumble. I'm so mad about that. How do you get stripped at the 1? But 22 carries, 106 yards, rushing, a touchdown, 4.8 yards per carry, also 3 for 23 on 3 targets, including the 3rd and 13 from Nick Mullins, just coming in like a relief pitcher. I got this. Come on. Jonathan Grenard got himself 2 sacks, 9 on the season, leading the team, as well as a big play, tied for the lead with AVG. Big play in overtime as well. That sack really set the Bears behind the sticks early, and they never crawled out of it. Also, Jonathan Bullard. The guys up front don't get the love that they should, but Bullard was great against the run today. 5 tackles, 3 solo. Byron Murphy Jr., he was out there flying around making some plays as well. Had a couple of passes broken up. 8 tackles, 5 solo, 2 tackles for loss. Now, yeah, I mean, did Murph give up a big catch? Yeah, it certainly happens. But overall, like, Murph was tenacious. Murph was a dog today. Love seeing that. Trent Sherfield is also a dog. Solid open field tackle again. Great in punt coverage. And he's one of the reasons why they're comfortable waiving Caleb Evans. Although I think that Evans might be back on the practice squad. We'll see. Justin Jefferson, yes, he only had 2 catches for 27 yards, but his gravity allowed Hockenson and Addison to get singled up and have massive days. And yeah, Jalen Johnson was trailing them all day, and there's a lot of split safeties by the Bears, but it is what it is. Had that huge DPI early on, set the Vikings up inside the 10, as well as move the chains on 1st and 15 in overtime. So you could say that he was a non-factor. He was the factor. Like, he was the Vikings' offense in the eyes of the Bears, and he certainly played that out. Also, Josh Metellus, all over the field making plays, love 44. Like, his versatility is great, and it is a great asset in terms of Flores loves versatility on this defense. Tillery and Asamoah teamed up for the block field goal. Tilly just raising his hands. All 6'6" of them, man. And Asamoah had a nice run back. Plus, hey, Bo Richter falling on that muff punt. It's good to see. And the Vikings needed that. Losers. Okay, yeah, the red zone turnover. Can't have that. All right, Aaron Jones knows it. Everyone knows it. Like, it just sort of soured the day, right? But the Vikings were able to overcome that and come out of here with a win. Johnny Munt. So Johnny Munt. Onside kick, and yes, his job is to take on the oncoming rushers trying to knock dudes out. And should he have just fell on the ball? Sure, but if it wouldn't have worked out, we would have gotten on his ass about not falling or about falling on the ball, not doing his job, right? Also had that false start in overtime, but of course, Justin Jefferson overcame that. No problem. Contained on Caleb Williams, and that's a frustrating thing. Like, all week we talked about the mush rush has to be in place. Don't let him outside the pocket. That's when he makes insane plays, and he just did. And that just comes down to like high school Pop Warner fundamental football. Outside shoulder, funnel him towards your pursuit. Just settling for field goal after the half, where you had 1st and goal from the 8 after the Addison 69-yard catch and run, nice. And you settle for a field goal, bro. Yeah. As well as the 4th and 1 call, which, you can second guess that all day long, but I just don't think that going empty in that spot is it. Just isn't. Also, the DJ Moore defense, like little dinky screen passes every single time that he breaks 10 tackles and goes to the house, as well as that deep in route set them up for the game time field goal at the end of regulation, but 7 for $106 and a touchdown. No. 3rd and long defense, too soft. Red zone defense, the Bears were 3 for 3. It's not going to help out the Vikings average. Offensive line, 2 terrible pass protection performances in a row. If Sam Darnold didn't have the mobility that he does, the Vikings lose both games pretty easily. Yeah, and then also refs. I mean, they're holding Jefferson all day. C.J. Ham blocking the back wasn't a block in the back. Powell got lit up out of bounds on that same play, by the way. A couple missed DPIs, and just overall like kind of spotty. Now, it felt like it was a makeup call to the makeup call from the Titans game, but I don't know, man. All I know is that as of right now at 4:50 p.m. Central Time, the Vikings they're currently the 5th seed in the NFC because of the stupid Lions, but also they're tied for the 3rd best record in the National Football League. And I don't care if the games are close. I don't care if they weren't. I don't care about anything. I mean, winning is winning in this league, especially the way that the Vikings have done it. And the fact that the Vikings finish up no loss November 4-0, including 3 wins on the road, which is hard to do in the National Football League. Also, now comes the homestand. So 4 of the next 5 games are at home against the Cardinals, Falcons, Bears. You got a quick trip to Seattle, and then you finish up the homestands after Christmas against the Packers. Happy holidays indeed. I want to be home for the holidays, and the Vikings certainly look like they're able to do that. Now, sure, chasing Lions, are they too far behind the 8 ball? well, Lions do have to play the Bills as well as play the Packers again and play the Bears twice. I don't know. You're saying like the Bears are sporty, right? And yeah, I mean the Vikings got to win. Should have been by more, sure, but Caleb looked really good in that second half, and the defense was a little bit gassed, but Caleb was making plays. And also, you remember, hey, I've been told that the Packers at 7-3 probably going to be 8-3 after the Niners game. They're so stunning and brave, even though they should be 6-4 because of the stupid field goal against the Bears. But oh yeah, they beat the Bears by 1, and they're still Super Bowl contenders. The Vikings beat the Bears by 3, and they're fake ass frauds. But is what it is. We will certainly take it. But your thoughts are thoughts. Winners and losers from Vikings 30, Bears 27 in overtime. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You know what to do. Skol, production value.